Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Smith. It's hauled in by Doxson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Third and long, it's Smith. And he's going to go down again. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll go ahead and field this, and I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
On 1st down, it's Smith. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Smith now to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Coverage there by Kevon Seymour.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. First try for the right arm of Dalton here. Being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mario Addison. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Throwing is Smith. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. To throw on second down is Newton. And right with it here over the middle. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, Newton dancing to his left. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now it's Newton. And this one complete to Hankerson. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Newton. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Newton throwing again. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down inside the 20. At the 19. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Newton to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And Newton's going to keep it. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he stopped immediately there. There to stop him was Rashawn Golden.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Steiger. Hey, slot.
And we're back now in Charlotte. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Liz, Liz. Check. Yellow.
They'll try the air now with Smith. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
15. 12.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Smith But he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. In for the score. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Spins past him. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He spins free. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
4 down, check.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been automatic. How about 8 for 8 in the game thus far? This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Newton. Got his target, Samuel. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
That'll make it 1st and 15. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. McCaffrey following the penalty. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
4 down, check. 4 down, set. 180, 180.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. And a
what's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. Keep the rest. Hey, I got that chicken to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault.